Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Thurman, and I'm going to give it a...
Can I get you guys to come sit up here with the rest of us?
My name is Richard Payton. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. Everyone just needs to use their outside voice to hear
Quinn Rashad.
outside voice.
Okay.
She said outside voice.
You heard that?
I heard that. Yeah.
Marlon, they heard you. You're blasting not only my headphones in my head, but they heard you. From my headphones? You guys heard it in my headphones?
Yeah.
I think
It's from those headphones.
Oh, from
that
those
they can't do on the
headphones.
microphones, you know.
Ah,
Yeah.
they can hear you, Marlon. No more nasty stuff, all right? Go ahead.
Donovan Rivers.
Good afternoon, I'm Julie Renner, attorney in Seattle.
Oh, that was a nice voice. Fred? That's okay. Just come on up here and join the conversation. You don't want your voice heard? You don't- so Marlon, how are things on your end?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take care of that.
So be it.
I'll turn them up.
Okay, Terry, would you rather have that done rather than ride the mic at the level in there and turn them up? Just have
I'll do
everybody
it
speak.
here.
Oh, you'll do it here.
Yeah.
Okay. Terry is. Do you want to do it a level again for me? Just to,
No.
Oh, you're fine. Oh, Terry's on it. Okay. Okay, Marlon, you can come in then. So when City Attorney Holmes gets here, and Mr. Davis, who is already here, step to the front of the room, we'll pass the microphone around, but there's also the opportunity, if you want to stand up, because we have the cameras up here, that you can come talk on this microphone. So it'll look good for the camera. And I'm going to wait till Marlon gets here. Right now, I'm just killing time.
All right. Now, are we recording anything through that mic right now? Are we recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's hot.
You guys sure you want me to introduce myself?
Oh, introduce yourself.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, audio. I am Donald Trump, and I want to thank you all for coming to this forum here. It is been a long time coming and a very much needed resource for the state of affairs in this country. Audio testing, 1, 2, 3. How's that?
Cool.
And I'm John Davis. I guess I will be representing kind of the cannabis business for Seattle and Washington, and doing the best job I can.
All right. 3, 2, 1. This is Tony B, and I would like to welcome all of you to our town hall meeting. This discussion is going to involve the topic of marijuana. This is the pre-discussion before we go to the actual Street Beat Town Hall meeting. Recently, Seattle City Council voted 8-0 to establish a municipal licensing and regulation system for medical marijuana distribution in Seattle under a new Washington state law that took effect on July 22nd. We're going to be talking about the impact of that law, and we're going to be talking about marijuana both medicinally and recreationally. We will have City Attorney Pete Holmes here to answer questions for us, as well as contribute to this conversation. And there is a gentleman with us right now. Among other things, he is a proprietor of the Northwest Patient Resource Center. He's also on the board of directors for Seattle Hemp Fest. Mr. John Davis is with us, and he'll be contributing as well to this audience participation section of the program. I want to get this started off by introducing John, and I would also like to say I appreciate the fact that that the Northwest Patient Resource Center is sponsoring this. It wouldn't be taking place if the Northwest Patient Resource Center wasn't here. So John, if you want to start off, let's hear about who the Northwest Patient Resource Center is and why you're here and why you were interested in participating in this important community event.
Well, thank you very much, Tony, for having me. At Northwest Patient Resource Center, we're sponsoring the event and talked to Tony about sponsoring the event because this is a conversation that needs to happen. Regulation of cannabis is in its infancy, and it's in your neighborhood. And as neighbors and stakeholders in this, I think that most people understand that there's some benefit to some people. And I don't think that there's much outcry for the community to stop patients getting their medicine. But what the bigger question is violence in your neighborhood. Are these places, which have been being robbed, are they going to bring violence into your neighborhood? And if that's the case, how can we better regulate that to make sure that the impacts to the community are minimalized? Also, I hear a lot, is this going to bring the wrong element into our neighborhoods? So having the community stakeholders have a conversation with people like myself that do this is a really valuable resource to me, because I'm trying the best I can to be a good neighbor, to be a positive thing in the community. But I really need the community to have input in it to make sure that I'm going in the right direction.
All right, we're going to get started. I first wanted to introduce you to some of the folks who are helping make this possible. This is Marlon, the Mo Better producer. How are you, Marlon?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing, Tony?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right.
Been looking forward to this conversation for
Me
a while.
too.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, we're going to let you get ready to do your thing.
There you go.
I'd also like to thank Chris Brown, who is, what is it, video technology, in charge of everything digital?
Digital Content Director for Clear Channel.
Digital Content Director for Clear Channel, and our engineer, Mr. Terry Ryan. Thank you, Terry. Those big pipes, we may as well hear them while you're here with us.
Good afternoon.
All right. And then also Ariel Phillips Brown.
Have a good time.
Hello.
Who is assisting me as well. Thank you, Ariel. Okay, well, I want to put the microphones in the hand of someone. I want to have this conversation. Ultimately, what we're talking about here today, you may call it whatever you want to call it. It is commonly referred to as weed, marijuana, bud, ganja. I want somebody to talk to and answer this question about how you think, and I'll start off right here. Just announce your name and why are you here? Why do you think that this discussion is relevant?
Well, that's a good question. I'm Minister W.D. Patterson. I am a clergyman and social scientist, founder of Outreach Ministries USA, where I've worked with gangs since 1987. And as you might well know, gangs is synonymous with marijuana. And most of the young guys I work with are young black males. Most of them end up in the penitentiary as a direct result of their contact with drugs, mostly marijuana. So I'm here on their behalf to join, or not join, but to feed into the process of getting marijuana legalized. And once it's legalized, then the medicinal purposes is secondary. So whatever it takes, I'm willing to put forth that effort to address these issues and concerns.
All right. Again, this is the town hall meeting where we're going to be discussing issues surrounding marijuana. Again, I'm going to just pass the microphone around. If you have certain issues or questions that you think are relevant, you want to bring them up right now, maybe we'll bring them up for discussion later. You're free to do that as well.
My name is Richard Penton, and I'm here on behalf of the Sky Movement, and just pretty much here to get information. Want to be a part of the discussion as well. Anything I could do to help our community and the things that are affecting our community. I want to be more enlightened on and see how us as a business can help. And So that's why I'm here.
All right. We'll let somebody else take this again. This is the town hall portion of the meeting where I really want everybody to feel engaged and involved. We're talking about weed, we're talking about marijuana, we're talking about medicinal use and also recreational use.
I'm Wyatt W. Barkley, representing Seawheel and Above Par. I have grown up in Seattle, Washington. I recently moved down to the Hollywood area in California at the start of the year. I have very close friends and people who are medicinal patients at local dispensaries down in the Hollywood area. As you know, California has, basically got the closest out of any state in our 50 states that has, been at the forefront of the marijuana movement. It's a major industry in California, but at the same time, it's really changing for the good in the Southern California areas. I see a lot of people in the dispensaries as far as patients and from all ages, and in some of the most upscale neighborhoods in the whole California areas. And not only are they a proper addition to the neighborhoods, they seem to be flourishing in a way where a lot of people are very respectful of what they're out there to do and what they're doing for every community and the people involved in the communities. Having a place where we can go to as patients and having someone to listen to our needs, first and foremost, listen to our needs as loyal members of our community and citizens is important. And there's so many good people that I have spent so many good hours talking about the right things and things that we can do to build upon this beautiful country of America. And while smoking and talking and being able to open our minds in the proper ways, where I find alcohol in a lot of ways hinders us and slows us down. And I know it was no pun intended, slows us down, but true. Slows us down and makes us think of the improper things to do and act more out of haste. And I've seen so many of my close friends go away for too long for something that, in now, my second hometown, Hollywood, is not frowned upon. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to speak for my friends, my family members, and a lot of close friends who are patients, who this is a very important necessity in their lives, and this is every day keeping them from the pain that they feel. And that's why I'm here.
All right, you brought up a good point. To my knowledge, and I want to make sure, and John, you might be able to help me with this, there are 15 states and then the District of Columbia that have in some way decriminalized marijuana. California, obviously,
For medicinal purposes.
for medicinal purposes. California, obviously, being one of those.
I am Donovan Don Rivers for Congress, 212, ran in 210. And I am a strong supporter of the initiative. I was there at the cannabis last year, and you see it on YouTube where I spoke about the issue. My concern about the usage of the, I'm going to say drug, is the usage problem, or I want to support the fact of it being used as a chemical for helping those that need it as a medicine. Right now, I believe that we will probably be interviewing and dealing with this issue for a long time to come as to how we deal with the norm of life coming out into the forefront of life. These are type of issues that will usually be in the closet. It's not something that you would normally talk about. But now those are the forefront things because our young people are definitely into these things. I'm for the usage, but I also look at the problem that we have with alcohol and regular prescription type drugs, which you have to take, but no one's talking about all the things that are involved in those drugs that we take across the counter. So we need to look at the issues of how we're going to deal with this, and I think politicians right now are kind of concerned of how to deal with it. And so we need more input from young people because we want to make sure that you're not going to take it and do a Cheech and Chong type of thing and run across with a popsicle bike and sell it up and down the street when we're not ready for that yet. We have to gradually grow into the usage of how we deal with this issue.
All right, thank you.
My name is Fred Monroe. Most of us know me as Oliver. I'm here mainly to get some input and listen to what's going on in the community. I live a little bit out of Seattle, and I'm curious as to how Seattle progresses with the issue. I know California's done some progression, and other countries across the world have progressed to that. This has become a normal state of being in those areas. I think Seattle and Washington as a whole